Alright, so a quick video review of Resident Evil Afterlife 3D. I went last night at midnight, and I always have issues with midnight showings because I never know if maybe I'm tired, and that's why movies end up a certain way, although there have been plenty of midnight movies that I loved. Resident Evil Afterlife was not one of them, and I'm a huge fan. I own all the first 3 films. I love them. I love Milla Jovovich. I like Wes Anderson. I just think they work very well together. But this one, I'm not totally against 3D movies. I'm against 3D movies when it's like a coping mechanism. Like, we don't really have a story or good character development, so let's make things pop out and see if that works. And then charge like $3 extra a ticket for it. Genius. And that's really what it felt like. There really wasn't a story. I mean, there was a basic story, and that's Alice finding her friends, Claire and Kmart and the rest of them. But other than that, and I mean, I'm not expecting full-blown character development, but I mean, there were just huge holes. Like, they showed the big guy that you saw in the trailers. I think his character name is Axeman, but that's what I'll call him. And, they did some pretty cool stuff. If you go see the movie, the shower rain scene is pretty awesome. That's 3D at its finest. I thought that looked great. But I mean, they don't say, how, what is that creature? I mean, he's like 9 feet tall and wields a huge axe, and there's no explanation. It's just like, here's this big crazy guy. And, yeah, there were just huge plot holes. I feel like maybe Wes Anderson could have done like a study group of Resident Evil fans, and we could have probably written a better script for him. It was bad. And I'm wondering if it's, like Star Trek, I think, once you get to a certain point in all the movies, the old ones, it's like every other one is good. And I think that's maybe what's happening with Resident Evil. Because the first one I liked, second one I was medium on, third one I really liked. I think the third one is probably the best, even better than the first one. And the fourth one, it's bad. And I think what I liked about the third one was the landscapes. I mean, they were able to do some pretty awesome stuff with cinematography. But there were just places where in this one where, I mean, it looked pretty bad. It was like, well, we're gonna skimp on the special effects, and this is not really gonna look that realistic. And some of that you can put down to 3D, because I think 3D inherently screws up a lot of the picture. Like Avatar, I think Avatar looks better in 2D. I'm not a huge 3D fan to begin with. But if you're gonna do it right. And I mean, Resident Evil had some pretty cool stuff. Swords and guns poking out the screen. It's pretty neat. But yeah, medium. Definitely. I would definitely make it a matinee event. Do not go during, prime time and pay $13.50 for a ticket, because you'll be disappointed. And I can probably say you can probably wait for it for DVD. It'll probably be out before Christmas, the way releases go. But yeah, it was disappointing. I would have much rather preferred a 2D film with a more solid storyline than a 3D film with not really much development. But anyways, if you get a chance to go see it cheaply, go see it. Otherwise, you can probably wait.